In efforts to raise money for British military expenses in North America, they put tax on sugar, lower foreign produced molasses. The colonists could export lumber and iron to other countries only if they passed British ports first. The theory of this law was if shippers stopped at British ports, then they would be more likely to buy their goods. This act was the first light of fire for the colonists. The British Parliament required all newspapers, legal documents, or any other paper is to be printed on special paper with the British stamp. This led to the colonists creating the Declarations of Rights and Grievances, deeming the act as unfair against them. This act mandated the colonists to allow British soldiers to live in their homes. The colonists were to provide the soldiers with bedding, food, and drinks, and anything the soldiers wanted. The colonists thought their rights were being ignored, which will only build the resistance more. The Sons of Liberty was the first form of resistance in the colonies. Samuel Adams was the founder. This group popped up after the unhappiness with the Stamp Act. The Sons were out to stop British taxing on the colonists. The Townshend Acts put a tax on tea, paper, paint, glass, and lead imported into the colonies. The colonists made their voices heard with their unhappiness towards this act. All taxes were repealed except for one act. With tensions high between the British soldiers and colonists, there was going to be a bust. This major event leading to the revolution was an altercation with a colonist and a British guard. Soon the colonists began to mob the soldiers, and then the soldiers fired into the crowd, killing 5 colonists. Some say these were the first deaths of the Revolution. This was called the Boston Massacre. The Tea Act was the only tax not repealed from the Townshend Acts. This tax helped the East India Tea Company raise their revenue. The British had total control over the tea, so the colonists were now purchasing tea from the British. Now colonists were not allowed to drink smuggled tea for free and now had to pay a tax. This led to very unhappy colonists. The Boston Tea Party was a non-violent resistance led by the Sons of Liberty. The colonists were unhappy about the no taxation without representation. The Sons dressed up as Mohawk Indians and threw 342 chests of tea into the Boston harbor. The colonial resistance would not go unnoticed by the British, further leading to the inevitable revolution. The Intolerable Acts was in due response to the Boston Tea Party. They closed Boston's ports until the British had all of their tea repaid by the colonists. There would also be no town meetings without a royal governor approving it. The British soldiers grew in number, which really forced the 13 colonies to come and work together.